just as high-powered in my opinion, but doing different things.
Okay.
Anyway, it was their vision that they were realizing, and I was immensely impressed by what I saw that day. So I remembered Jolie. We once went to audiology with Pim van Dijk, a professor there, to talk about maybe we could do something with sound and Jolie and AI, and that really never worked out that way, but at least we met. And I was director of education at that moment, and at a certain moment we needed someone to work with the audit of AI. Every 6 years, all our educational programs are audited, and I was looking up to all the work that I had to do, so I thought I need someone. And the first one, very naturally, who came into mind was Jolie. And it was really a very, very good choice. She understood directly what had to be done. Basically, there were 6 people or 5 people coming to us, and they needed to be facilitated. So whatever was the only thing that was really necessary was to make us appear well from their perspective, and that was a very natural thing for Jolie to do. And one thing that I really recall from memory, at a certain moment we had a trial audit with some important people, also people from the center of the university, the bureau of the university, and we had a good day. I think at a certain moment, 5 o'clock, and Jolie came in the room. She said, "Oh, it's 5 o'clock, and we should stop." And someone from the university center, Bert Mulder, he said he wanted to continue, and Jolie said, "No, we stopped," and he stopped. Then I was really impressed. Little girl, student, so we stopped. And then we had our audit, and that went all really, really well. Actually, we heard later from the grapevine that our audit was the best one organized. And that gave us some extra points. Some while later, I think half a year or something like that, later, we needed a communications officer. We were going through them quite rapidly, actually. Every year a new one. So we wanted, hopefully a little bit more stability and with really focus on communication. Well, what Jolie had already shown us, she was very good at it. So it was easy. Jolie wanted. She became our communications officer as a student assistant, pretty much all the time, I guess.
3 months.
For 3 months.
The idea was that I would do it for 3 months.
Oh yeah, the idea was that we failed miserably at that. And so it became 4 years or so, 3 years. Yeah. Maybe I was not completely honest at that moment. Might well be.
I talked to you about that. Shouldn't she finish her bachelor?
Oh yes, yeah. Oh yeah. That was the point that I wasn't going to tell. But okay. Anyway, so but that was something that really we benefited immensely from it, I think. And one of the we never really were sensitive to all the fluctuations that other studies typically have. We always maybe gradually growing even a little bit. And I think that's very important for me actually. The student advisor and the communications officer are the really important person, because they determine how many people come to us, and that determines how much money we get. And that is not normally acknowledged at university. Anyway, Jolie did that, and we worked, well, sometimes close together, sometimes a little bit further away. And Jolie was able to build a very stable group of student assistants that were doing all the work, and they were educated so well that they, well, doing all the work, sorry, they were doing a lot of work. But the important thing that they were every year educated really well. So now we have another communications officer, and she really benefits from the fact that the students already know how to do whatever. That's a fairly stable system. Then I think something like 1.5 years ago, we started thinking more and more about doing something with sound and doing some projects together, and also developing that a little bit into outreach activities. So where our knowledge is actually used for actual products and projects in the world. And that was a good idea, but it developed actually in something that was much more research than I think in the beginning really envisioned.